National Team Day 3 practice report. What's up, guys? The national team just wrapped up their final practice of the Senior Bowl week, and the biggest highlights today were in the trenches. There continue to be awesome battles versus the defensive and offensive line. Today was a bad day for the national team quarterbacks, though. They finally got it going for a bit at the very end of practice, but they simply failed to give the receivers many chances to make plays today. Also, we have a few injury updates. Jartavius Martin, the cornerback from Illinois, is done for the week. So is wide receiver Puka Nacua, and it looks like DeJuan Jones is done as well. Jones dominated on day 1, but he's been in street clothes the last 2 days. It looks like he will miss the game Saturday. No word on him being injured, though. It's very possible he just did enough day 1 that him or his representatives decided his week was done. Anyway, let's get right into the breakdown. At running back, I expected a better showing from Illini runner Chase Brown. He fumbled a few balls, and he dropped some easy passes. He did finish the day off with a couple touchdowns. He had a big play where he dropped his shoulder and trucked Riley Moss for a touchdown. Good to see him finish the day on a positive note. Cameron Peoples also looked very impressive today. He runs with power, speed, and balance. I like what I saw from him. At wide receiver, like I said, it was tough to judge these guys too much because the quarterbacks just didn't give them many chances today. Jayden Reed has had a really good week for Michigan State. He continues showcasing his blazing speed. However, today wasn't his best day. He dropped a couple of passes, and the quarterbacks just didn't give him anything else after that on the deep shots. Ronnie Bell did make a big touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. He's been up and down, but he had a really good day today. Trey Tucker from Cincinnati was mostly quiet today after having 2 really good days, but he continued getting separation. He just didn't get many passes thrown his way. Stanford receiver Michael Wilson stood out again. He mossed a corner in the back of the end zone for the catch of the day. He did get both feet down, but he stepped out of bounds before going up and catching it, so technically it was ruled incomplete. There are refs on the field, and it was ruled incomplete, but it was very impressive nonetheless. The tight ends today looked good as well for the national team. Josh Wiley made a few plays, including trucking over safety Sidney Brown down the sideline. He's a physical freak. And then Payne Durham. He made multiple athletic catches today, including a touchdown catch where Riley Moss delivered a big hit and knocked his helmet off. Great day for Payne. Now we get to the offensive line. Cody Mauch has answered any questions about the competition he faced. He didn't have his best day today, as a Northwestern D lineman got the better of him, but he's still been very impressive, bounced back, and had a good day in team drills. This guy is going to be picked in day 2 most likely, in my opinion. He's had a really good week. And then let's get to Michigan center Olu Oluwatimi. He's looked like the best center on the national team. He had multiple pancake blocks today. He got to showcase his athleticism, getting out in the open field on a screen game and dominating a block. He also dominated Wisconsin's Keanu Benton on back-to-back reps in 1v1 drills. I don't know if he can surpass Michael Schmitz as the best center in the draft, but he went from someone not in the top 5 centers to a guy that, in my opinion, is easily one of the top 3 centers in this draft. He's looked very good. Jarrett Patterson, the Notre Dame center, he's looked solid as well. He's athletic, he has good technique. He hasn't looked as good as Oluwatimi, but he's been very solid. And then their other center, Jake Andrews from Troy. He was slated to go undrafted by most pundits, but he's had a really good week. He's dominated at times in 1v1. He can also get out and blow people up in the screen game. He's looked like a guy that should definitely be drafted. And now we get to the defensive side of the ball. Northwestern's D lineman, Adebawore, looks so good. He beat Cody Mauch on the inside all day long. It was an interesting battle to watch. Mauch has been one of the better linemen all week, but Adebawore worked him today. I said it the other day, he's listed as an edge, and he's worked outside as an edge the first 2 days, but they moved him inside today, and man did he look awesome. He has the body type of a prototypical 3-tech for me. I love this dude. I think he'd be a perfect bear. And then Clark from Coastal Carolina. This dude is an impressive, massive nose tackle. He's huge, powerful, and is almost impossible to block one-on-one. Andre Carter from Army has shown plenty of length and athleticism. He's very active, and he had a really good week, but he needs to add some power and add more variety to his pass rush repertoire. He has tons of upside, though. Isaiah Foskey started off so hot on day 1. He hasn't been as impressive the last 2 days, but his power, length, and athleticism is off the charts. The problem is he never showed any kind of speed moves to go with it. He spent too much time engaged with offensive linemen, just trying to bull rush them back. His bull rush is very effective, I'm not knocking that, but I think scouts wanted to see something to go with that, and after 3 days of practice, we have not. And then finally on the defensive line, you can't talk about it without mentioning Keon White. He's shown enough to be a high draft pick. His speed to power is insane. He's extremely athletic and just never quits. He should be a very good NFL player. He was constantly in the backfield during team drills. At linebacker, someone stood out majorly today. It was Cincinnati's Ivan Pace Jr. It's been hard for linebackers to make too many impressions this week, but when Pace goes to the pass rushing drills, he looks incredible, and then today he finally got to showcase his skills in coverage. After dominating the pass rushing drills, he was all over running backs in the flat today and just looked really impressive. Great day for Ivan Pace Jr. As far as the defensive backs, Sidney Brown from Illinois was just everywhere. He showed really good coverage skills today, breaking up multiple passes. He was all over the field, very active, and always near the ball. Iowa's Riley Moss, again, continues looking like a day 2 pick. He's blazing fast, very physical, and he's smart in coverage. The play that impressed me the most was on a TD pass to Payne Durham. Riley came off his guy after the ball was in the air and delivered a boom to Durham, almost forcing it incomplete, but Durham made a catch. The crazy part about it was Moss was 5+ yards away, and there was a defender right on Durham, and Moss made a much better play than the guy who was right on Durham. He has awesome instincts. He was also blanketing receivers and forcing incompletions all day long. The last DB that's impressed me is Kyu Blu Kelly. He had another great day of practice. He's a safety, but he continued lining up in one-on-one drills, covering receivers, and making plays on the ball in team drills. He's looked really good. Overall, it was a great day for battles in the trenches. There were some big plays on both sides of the ball, but overall, the quarterbacks underperformed. They held the receivers back today. Inaccurate passes, overthrows, and guys tucking the ball and running in practice when they have no contact is just unacceptable from the QBs. These guys needed to give the receivers more chances to make plays. It's the only thing that's hurt the Senior Bowl so far this week, the lack of big-time QBs that are normally here. Georgia's Stetson Bennett missed the game for personal reasons. Hendon Hooker has a torn ACL. He's here, but he can't play or practice. And then Will Levis's puzzling decision to skip the game has kind of hurt scouts' ability to fully evaluate these receivers. Malik Cunningham is clearly the most exciting guy here, but he continues choosing to use his legs more than his arm. I would have liked to see him air it out more in practice. If you need to run during the game, that's fine, but this is practice. We talking about practice, people. But that's it for the national practice. I'm going to be digging in deep for Luke Getsy's final practice on the American squad, which is starting any minute now. We also have the Shrine Bowl tonight. I'll definitely be watching that. As always, remember to hit the like button. I appreciate everybody who watches. Until next time, bear down.